So we have a get route. Let's actually test out to see if we can end up creating some products. So I'm going to take this code, I'm going to copy it. It's going to be similar here. And also, we can, if we wanted to create a get for categories, we could do that as well. I'll leave that as an exercise for you. But now we're going to do a post for products. So supertest allows us to post, and we're going to end up posting for products. And we're going to assume, well, one thing that supertest will end up doing is it'll let us send data. And we're going to send this as JSON data. Two things we'll end up sending. We'll send the name for Quag, and we'll end up sending a suggested price. And this will end up being a suggested price that will say this is going to be, I don't know, $4, whatever. Okay? And what we'll end up doing here is when we end up creating, it's common to get a 201 response. We'll take care of the rest of this a little bit later on. Let's go over here, and we'll say, hey, look, you expected a 201 created. We got a 404. That's true. What do we need to do to set this up? Actually, it's not all that much. What we could do here, and again, I really like just setting this up with a then and a catch. I think it's a little bit easier. And what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to do a create. And I'm going to send in a request.body. I'm going to get a product, and I'm going to set the status to 201, and I'm going to end up sending this newly created product that I'm getting back. There's a couple of things that I could end up testing here, but if I ended up doing that, I'll end up getting an error. If I look up at that error, I'm going to find out somewhere along the line, hey, look, no product name. Well, why no product name? We can do some console logs, but I don't have body parser set up. So what I'm going to end up doing here is I'll specify app.use, and I'm going to tell Express to use its JSON body parser. In which case that error message goes away, and I could just do one other quick test here, right? This was a price of 4, so one thing I could actually just find out, expect response.body, right? I'm expecting the name to equal Quag, and that'll pass. Again, I could make it break just so we could see. Go from red to green. And if you wanted to, you could also do something along the lines of just, if you wanted to prove to yourself that we're going to end up getting back this is expensive, which is a virtual property. And this will assume, because we have a suggested price of 4, this is going to be, let's make it true, and that's going to fail. And we'll set it to false. So the post route, actually, by testing it, led us down the path of saying you don't have body parser, and we were able to do that without ever setting up any sort of form.